Yeah, hello and welcome to the DBMS class. So here we will be talking about the basic uh, restrictions and sorting data in SQL. So as a part of that, we will see up the word with the SQL clause, the SQL clauses. So SQL clauses, we have where clause, from clause, group by clause, having by clause, and order by clause. So these are different clauses in the SQL select command. So we will use one after the other and we will use the scope. And when we are going to use a word called as a distinct, it is going to eliminate the duplicates and it gives the unique values. It gives only unique values. If 1 and 1, 3 and 3, 4 and 4 are there, then if it is like this 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 4 comma 4, then it gives only the unique values. So that's the importance of significance of the distinct is going to happen. Then was a significance towards a where class. So in where class, what we will check up was we have an employee ID, we have employee's last name, followed by job ID and with department ID. And in this, we are going to mention the employee is going to belong to a department called as 90. So now you can observe here in this case, um, employee King, Kocher, and Dehan, they are going to belong to the same department. They are going to belong to the same department. So why it has happened? Because we have used the select command clauses, one from the table where we need to get, and second one with a condition that it belongs to an employee ID 90. Similarly, uh, the where command it is can be applicable to characters, strings, and data dates. So now you can see that the employee name will be Velen. So whoever the employee name Velen will be there, those names are going to be displayed as a part of this content. Now we are going to use equal to here. We are going to use equal to here. Other than equals to operation, there are some comparison operations what we can make. It equals to, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to, and not equals to. So in general, we have a habit of giving not equals to in this model, but in SQL, we need to use two, that is less than and greater than values towards the comparison operator. So now you can see that when we are going to work on the numeric data here, we have made a less than or equals to as a comparison operator. And now you can see here the salary, if I'm going to have salary of 3000, so less than 3000 operations, that is 2600, 2900, these condition operations only has been raised. So last time we had a discussion, if I'm going to make 2000 to 3000, if what should we put? So whether they are inclusive or whether they are exclusive, now you can say 2000 and 3000, we had a inclusive operation. It is not from 2001 to 2099. So the comparison operation, it can be between, it is in, it is like, and is like. So when we are going to make this like, it is going to match up the exact pattern, and there we will see whether the pattern is matched or not. So We will work on each and every operation, the conditional operation, and then we will understand what was this value. So the very first one, we are going to have the between operation here. So when we work on a between operation, it is an inclusive operation. The lower limit is 2500 and the upper limit was 3500. So between 2500 and between 3500, the content has to be taken up. So here we are going to use an AND operation. So it should satisfy the range between 2500 to 3500. So we are going to use a between condition. It is going to display the rows based on the range of the values. So the range, minimum limit and maximum limit, we call it as 2500 and we have 3500. So now you can see all the answers what were displayed, those will be between 2500 to 3500 only. So that is where we take up the condition operation. And then we need to have a in it is going to have an exact match. So that is, it can be 101, it can be 100, or it can be 201. So manager IT, it will be a place where it will check with a exact match. So that is, 100 is exact match, 101 is exact match, 201 is exact match. So only these values are going to be taken up. So 201 is there, then 101, then 100. So in this way, the managers are a lot number. We had a lot of tuples we created in the previous database. So from that, wherever this 100, wherever this 101, wherever this 201 is there, only those contents are going to be taken up. So that is where the in condition was negative. Next comes, we talked about wild condition earlier. So in wild condition, we have this percentage or uh, underscore. So these, they are going to call it as wild cards, or we call it as wild card characters. So asterisk and all. So they search for a pattern. They search for a pattern, and when the pattern is going to happen, then they return the true value like that. So now here they, all the conditions wildcard searches, they use for a search operation. They are going to use a search operation, especially in the strings. Especially in the strings, they are going to be taken up. So when we use a percentage, it says 0 or many characters. And if I'm going to use an underscore operation, then it is going to make a 1 character. So this is the difference between percentage and underscore. In percentage, it can be more than 1 character, but when it is a underscore operation, it will be only 1 exact character. Now in this query, we are familiar that we need to pick up the employee name, and his name should be, first character should be S, and rest can be any, but only the first, character. The first character must be yes. First character must be yes, and rest can be anything. Now, what was this wildcard like? So, like, it is going to tell that um, you are using two symbols at this. You are using two symbols at this point. So, first character is given with an underscore symbol, and second character must be O, and from third character onwards, so this is first position, second position, and third position, it can be any, it can be 0 or it can be any character we are going to mention up. So now here we can see this example here. The second character what we mentioned, O and O. So these three are meeting the O. So that is where we uh, emphasize that second character should be O and rest can be anything. And next one was to work with null values. Null values indicates that there is no set of value included in the operator in the field what we created. So here we are going to select the last name and his manager ID. Now you can see King and his manager ID is null here. So why it is displaying? We had a discussion yesterday that King he is going to be the owner of the company, and he doesn't work under any manager. So his manager ID is null. That is what we talked. So we even illustrated with an query also. So now there are some logical operations what we need to be understood. One we call it as OR, another we call it as AND, and another with a NOT operator. So if I'm going to give true, it gives false. If I'm going to give false, it gives true. And suppose I can draw an implication with the A, B like that, and then if I'm going to say AND operation, and if I'm going to say an OR operation between A and B, so true, 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 false, and false, true, and false, false. If it is like this, false and false. So now if I'm going to make a AND operation, so both it is should be true here. So true, and this is 1 into 0 is 0, we assume, and false is 0, false is 0. And it is going to be quite opposite, that it is a plus, or you can say it is a multiplication content. So it is going to say true plus false is true, false plus true is true, and false plus false is false. So now you can see here it returns true if both the components are true. So uh, true and true is going to be true, therefore we call it as an AND operation. And then you can look at the definition of an OR operation. Either of a component can be true. So it can be true, true, true. Then answer was true at this OR operation. So now here is an example when we are going to say a AND operation, and the definition it requires both conditions must be true. Both the conditions must be true, then only the AND operation it is going to be taken up. So now what was the first was it is going to tell the job ID should be percentage. It can be anything, and the middle letters MAN. So the middle letters can be AN, and again rest can be anything. So now in this case what we understand was I'm going to put up this percentage here, therefore it can be SA or MA, but MAN it is going to match up to the exact value. This is condition number 1. What was the second condition it needs to meet? The second condition it needs to meet was the salary should be greater than or equals to 10,000. So condition number 2. The condition number 2 was salary should be greater than 10,000. So now you can see that it is 10,500 and it was 13,000. So when we are going to work with an AND operation, it will verify condition number 1 and condition number 2. Both conditions must be true. When both the conditions are true, then only it is going to emphasize the content. But when we are going to use an OR operation here, we can say either of a conditions could be true. So it is either, that is any one can be true. Any one can be true. So now you can see the significant difference here. We are able to write tuple 1, we are able to write only 2 records are going to be displayed. But when I am going to apply this OR operation, salary greater than 10,000. Now you can see that all the employee salary, or here you can see these 3 employees salary is greater than 10,000, but this is not meeting. And again you can see the rest of the things, salary is greater than 1,000, but still 5,800 was included. The reason for this was it is going to have MAN. It is going to have MAN. So that is the reason why either one of a condition is going to be satisfied. So that is the reason why we got, even though 5,800 was 5,800 was less than 10,000, but still it is going to meet MAN here. So the pattern was set. The pattern is met, and we are going to use an OR operation. We are going to use an operation. Therefore, we will emphasize at this point. We will emphasize at this point that 5,800 row is going to be displayed. So another example was using the negation operation. Using the negation operation, that is nothing but the NOT operation. So you want to search for the employees whose job is not IT, whose job is not clerk, and whose job is not SA. That means you want to get the false phrase operation. So you need except job is equals to IT or clerk, ST clerk, or from SA rep, so representative. So other than these 3, that is other than 3 designations, we have to display the rest. We have to display the rest of values at this case. So you can see here job ID, you can't find IT programming, you can't find ST clerk, or you can't find SAREP. So other than these 3, you can find rest of the jobs in this case. Now this is very important slide we should understand in SQL. So we have BODMAS rule, BODMAS, BODMAS rule in C or C++ or in the mathematics content. First we should take up brackets, then we can take up off, then division, then multiplication, then addition, and followed by subtraction. So in this model we were nurtured to use it. But now in the SQL, how was the things? How was the order of evaluation? Was the very first order it is going to take up will be the arithmetic operations. Then it is going to be the next order will be the concatenation operation. So concatenation operation, it is going to be represented with a pipe symbol. Then we had a comparison operation. So when we call it as a comparison operations, we made a comparison that is less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, then equals to and not equals to. When we made an arithmetic operation, we have used multiplication, we have used division, we have used addition and subtraction. Then the second priority of order of evaluation will be the pipe, that is concatenation. Third comes the logical operation. Third comes the logical operation, where we will see here is null or is not null, is liked, or then we are going to see this not also. So 4 and 5, they are going to deal with the negations and etc. And pure logical operations with not and not, and or, they are going to be part of the rules of precedence. So when we are working with an order of evaluation, the first thing was to remember arithmetic operations will go up, followed by concatenation will go up, followed by comparison, is and like, and followed by and, or, and not. So now this is a choice what we need to be prepared. This is a choice what we need to be prepared. Now we are going to have an OR operation and we are going to have an AND operation. Now the scenario was which should go first? Which should go first? So as per the previous slide, rules of precedence, when there was a choice between OR and AND, then which should go first was, first we need to execute the AND operation, thereby it should be followed with an OR operation. So now you are going to see here job ID is equals to some precedent and job ID and salary is greater than 15,000. Now at this case we are going to assume that at this case we are going to assume that first we need to have an AND operation. After AND, then it is going to do up with the OR operation. So that is how we are assuming the precedence with a content. But now we are going to use parentheses, and parentheses they are going to have a high priority at this case. Now you can see from where operation to OR operation we are going to have a parenthesis. Now the situation was first we need to have use the parenthesis as a force priority, then we are going to make up the AND operation. So BODMAS, so B stands for brackets here, or we are going to call it as a parenthesis. So parenthesis, it is going to have this highest precedence and it is going to be overridden by the set of operations what we mentioned here. So next comes another interesting clause in SQL. It was a order by clause. So order by clause by default it was mentioning it is an ascending order. Now if we want to take this higher date in descending, now you have to mention the keys as descending as we discussed in our earlier class. So the order by clause we want to put the query either in an ascending, nor we want to put the query result. We want to put the query result in either ascending or whether we want to put the query result in a descending order. So for that we are going to put the use this order by clause. So when we are going to use a descending order, we will be using the clause called as a DESC. So next here we are going to say employee ID. Employee ID is printed. Last name is printed. But here we are going to say salary into 12 and it must be printed, and it must be printed as annual salary. So instead of, if not it would have been displayed salary into 12. If not it would have been displayed salary into 12. But instead of displaying it as salary into 12, now we are going to convert this into annual salary. Suppose the salary was some 10,000. Now we are going to make this into 12, so it comes to 1,20,000. So in this model, we are going to multiply the salary into 12 and thereby writing. Now the emphasis of this query was we can work with an aliases. We can work with an aliases. So annual sal is an aliases for salary into 12. And one important thing was we are going to use the order by clause. In order by clause, now we are going to call the nickname. We are going to call the aliases here. So that is the reason why you can see 30,000. We are going to order this with the annual salary. So you get this 30,000, 31,000, 72,000. In this way, we are going to put this order in an ascending order. So another interesting thing was, can we implement the content between a single attribute, or can we do it with a multiple attribute? Yeah, of course, we can do the content with a multiple attribute here. So first of all, we are going to make an order by the department. After making an order by the department, next we are going to see this content. It is going to happen with a descending order. So now you can observe here department ID, it is going to be an ascending order. Then salary is going to be in an descending order. So you can see here 20 and 20 is going to be the department. So 10, 20, 50. So these we are going to have in an ascending order. But you can see 13 and 60 and followed by, you can have this observation, all this 50, now the salaries, they are going to be descending, represented in a descending order. So uh, can we do sorting on multiple columns? Yeah, the first column we are going to put it in an ascending order, the next column we are going to put it in a descending order. So multiple column working is also being taken up as a part. So as a whole, what we discussed about unique value printing, and that can be applicable to a column. And we have select command clauses. We discussed about from clause. We discussed about where clause, and we discussed the things to be displayed in an order, either in an ascending or in a descending. That is where we use the order by. Order by, it can be applied to a column, it can be applied to an expression, and it can be applied to an analysis, and where it can be applicable to the condition, and it can be with between, it can be with in, it can be with like, or it is going to be satisfied with null. And similarly, the conditions can also satisfy the logical operations like and, or, and not. So that is what from this restricting and sorting of data. So